Hi, I'm Bob Duhamel, and I'm going to show you how you can not only prove to yourself that the Earth is round, but how you can measure its circumference. I did this for myself about 20 years ago. Not that I doubted that the Earth was round, I had no reason to doubt it, but I made an inadvertent observation that proved to me that it was. At the time, I was driving a tractor-trailer in the 48 states in Canada, which meant that one day I could be on the West Coast, and less than a week later, I could be on the East Coast. And by my own odometer and my own watch, I saw that if I traveled 3,000 miles to the east, that the sun rose 3 hours earlier. This is inconsistent with a flat Earth. Let me show you why. If the Earth is flat, if we put me on the East Coast and another me on the West Coast, and we have the sun rising, I can see it from the East Coast and the West Coast at the same time. So the sun rising at a different time on the East Coast than the West Coast is inconsistent with the Earth being flat. But let's make the Earth round and see what happens. So if we put a me on the East Coast and another me on the West Coast, and if I'm looking across the horizon and see the sun rising from the East Coast, my horizon on the West Coast is different, and I cannot see the sun yet. I have to wait for the sun to rise up to where I can see it on the West Coast, and this took 3 hours. So this not only showed me that the Earth was round, but it also gave me enough information to measure the circumference of the Earth. Let's go to the center of the Earth and draw an angle between my two positions on the surface of the Earth, and these were 3,000 miles apart. The sky is 360 degrees around, and it takes 24 hours for the Earth to do one rotation. So from our perspective, it takes 24 hours for the sun to go around the Earth. So if it took 3 hours between the sunrise on the East Coast and the sunrise on the West Coast, and that was 3,000 miles, that means that my 3,000 miles is 45 degrees across the sky. All I have to do is step that all the way around to find out what the circumference of the Earth is. So if I start at 3,000 miles, and that is 45 degrees, if I double that, 90 degrees is 6,000 miles. If I double that again, that's 12,000 miles. And if I double that again to a full 360 degrees, that is 24,000 miles. So by this simple observation, I saw that the sun rose 3 hours later when I went 3,000 miles east. That would be 45 degrees across the sky, so 3,000 miles is 45 degrees. Step that around, I get a circumference of the Earth of 24,000 miles. And the actual circumference of the Earth is about 24,900 miles. I'm only about 1,000 miles short. But actually I'm even more accurate than that because I made my observation at a high latitude. Let's look at the difference. Here's the Earth, and there's the equator, which is 24,900 miles in circumference. I made my observation around 30 to 35 degrees north of the equator, where the Earth's circumference is a little bit smaller. So if I stretch that out to the size of the equator, that makes up for the extra 1,000 miles that I missed. So my estimation from just very rough observations, I wasn't exactly 3,000 miles east, and I didn't time the sunrise exactly, so I was roughly 3,000 miles east, and the sun rose roughly 3 hours earlier, and I get a rough estimate for the diameter of the Earth of 24,000 miles. Not bad, is it? In another video, I'm going to show not only how the ancient Greeks figured out that the Earth is round and that it is suspended in space, but how Eratosthenes measured the diameter of the Earth by putting a stick in the sand at the beach near Alexandria. If you think this video was useful and informative, please give me a thumbs up down below. It really helps other people who are looking for these kinds of videos find them. And if you like my channel, please subscribe because it's more important than ever to subscribe to the small channels on YouTube that you like. And to everyone, thanks for watching.